President Trump delivered a short address at the G7 summit Saturday morning in which he congratulated the gathered world leaders for managing to take advantage of the U.S. on trade before vowing that those days are over. HBO host Bill Maher said Friday that he is hoping for an economic collapse because that is the only way the president's opponents can get rid of Trump. The Trump administration is taking on public sector unions to reduce the amount of time that some federal employees use to do work for their labor union but get paid by taxpayers. House Democrats want the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco to show its work in selecting its next president to ascertain that it is interviewing candidates who aren't white males from within the Fed. When nations intelligently pursue their own self-interest, the world becomes safer and more prosperous. The National Labor Relations Board, the federal government's main labor law enforcement agency, announced Friday that it would conduct a comprehensive internal review of its ethics rules to examine rules on when NLRB members should recuse themselves from decisions. As the country adjusts to quickly shifting cultural norms, it continues to be head-spinning every time something as minor as a canceled gym workout is launched into the national news cycle. And that's just what happened this week. General Electric Co. in New York trading on Friday after its second quarter dividend eased Wall Street's concerns that John Flannery might cut the payout for the second time since he became chief executive officer. A dozen House lawmakers have introduced legislation to remove President Trump's tariffs on Canadian newsprint so a study can be done on how much those tariffs are crushing local newspapers around the country. Democratic senators are asking regulators to investigate whether President Trump gave anyone an inside tip on the May jobs report, after he prematurely touted the numbers on Twitter. Verizon Wireless's chief technology officer is slated to lead the company following the pending retirement of its current chief executive officer, the telecommunications giant announced on Friday. President Trump said he would use Friday's G7 meetings in Canada to push for fair treatment of U.S. dairy products, a sign he wasn't letting up in his push to alter major trade agreements with U.S. trading partners. If you can see a car crash coming from a mile away, and yet you don't do anything to stop or divert your car from the wreck, don't you deserve blame? Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao jumped to the defense of her brother-in-law, Gordon Hartigansis, who was tapped by President Trump to lead a federal pension agency last month. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, D. Calif, claimed that the historically low unemployment rate presented in the most recent jobs report won't matter until consumer confidence increases, despite the fact that the metric hit a nearly 18-year high heading into June. Mexico is hitting back hard against the Trump White House on trade, filing a complaint Thursday with the World Trade Organization against the United States' steel and aluminum tariffs.